42 yards. In the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Viking 17-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that's Elliott, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Prescott. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Daniil Hunter, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And now out comes Minnesota. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense. 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. That's complete to Cobb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Offense.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Prescott now on 2nd down. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Check. Watch 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
We talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 10-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He juked him. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. The throw over the middle, taken in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first and 10. Has it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Thielen, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw it. And this is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And again, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. So who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.